But yeah, I'm excited. So, guys, welcome. We are doing our first beer tasting in the new home tonight. This is what we're tasting. We're tasting a Be More Sour from Oliver Brewing Company, based in Baltimore, Maryland. So, a local beer. It's a tart and thirst quenching sour ale brewed with pureed raspberries and blackberries. Um, that's all you guys got to know about that. So, let's just go to the big screen. That's what the can looks like, purple and red. You see the purple for the blackberries, the red for the raspberries. And as I say, it's still sour. It's summer, so it's sour season for me. I love sours. I see all these, see Starbucks and Dunkin' coming out with all their pumpkin drinks already. I think the pumpkin beers are already in the stores, and I'm like scoffing because like it's still summer. It's not pumpkin season yet. Everything is happening way, way, way too quick. I'll get to pumpkin when I get to pumpkin. I love pumpkin. Um, so just let me have the rest of my summer, and then after it dies down a little bit and the leaves start turning red, yeah, I'll go get some pumpkin beer. But don't throw me don't go into like Dunkin' or Starbucks and see pumpkin lattes and pumpkin everything. It's like it's not fall yet. Let the season change first. But yeah, I love sour ales. Mainly because they're tart, they're fruity. Nothing wrong with a fruity beer, but it's perfect for a hot summer day, which has been like in the mid 90s here pretty much all week. Thankfully, my backyard is pretty shaded, so it's not so bad back there. But when I take the dogs on a walk, man, I come back sweating. But I'm gonna open this guy, pour it into my glass, and then we will proceed with the tasting. Steve, if you want to go ahead and do the beer and pairing command for me. It's always difficult finding the right angle in the camera to pour. So yeah, that's tonight's beer, or the second beer is tonight's beer. I'm not gonna pour the whole thing, and I want to reserve it for my tasting. But this is what it looks like. I could have gotten less foam in there, but I think I'm a little bit too excited for this tasting. But it's got a really red hue, um, kind of translucent. You kind of see through. If I no, you can't really see through. I put my finger on the back of it, and you don't see through it. So it's got a red hue. Let's give it a smell. It smells like a wine, honestly. Like looking, like smelling through the glass, smelling, putting my nose into the glass. It smells like a wine more than a beer. Mainly because I feel like I smell the blackberries come through a little bit more, but like with the blackberries and the raspberries mixing together, it kind of like for some reason I smell grape. Um, but it's you can definitely smell the berries, and but those berries mixing together. I'm gonna go ahead and give it a quick taste. It definitely has that hint of it does taste like a wine a little bit to me as well, and but it's very light. It's not as tart as I thought it would be. But again, I think blackberries and raspberries aren't the tartest. Um, it was actually really smooth, really easy going down. Um, and I've learned that I think I go to this brewery a lot. Um, Oliver Brewing Company. I think this is my third or fourth beer from them. Maybe not on a beer tasting, but this is my third or fourth beer overall over the last year. Um, but yeah, as you see from the pairing command tonight, I'm going to be tasting this. Actually, not tasting. I'm going to be mixing it with some rainbow sherbet, and I don't know. I'm not a big dessert guy with beer, but I'm branching out a little bit more. Um, my wife, when I was talking to her about this, she's like, "You're crazy. You know you don't like to eat dessert while you're drinking beer. You always eat the dessert first and then you drink the beer afterwards. If you're gonna mix the two, that sounds disgusting. But we'll see. So like I went and Googled some like good beers to pair with ice creams, and actually there was a good amount. So I know that Guinness is a thing. Guinness with like vanilla ice cream is a big thing. But I went and researched and found some good options. So um, considering this is a supposed to be a sour fruited tart ale, is the reason why, excuse me, I chose to pair it with some rainbow sherbet. So I'm gonna put my other glass down, and I just realized I should be turning that clip art off and putting that guy in. My bad for not being prepared. But here's my rainbow sherbet in a frosted glass. I left it in the freezer. I'll pour this guy in here and let it foam up. Because usually that's what's gonna happen when it mixes with milk. No, maybe not. The moment of truth. Will I hate this or will I love it? Let's see here. So the sherbet still sitting in the bottom. Let's see how that goes. I'm gonna let it sit real quick so that it mixes in. Go back to my other glass. I remember when I first started drinking or doing tastings, or recently, or when I first started this whole segment, Snacks always like messaged me offline saying, "You love fruity beers," and then I said, "No, I don't like fruity beers." Trying to defend my manliness and all that stuff. Now that I think about it, I do drink a lot of fruity beers. Snacks, you were right. Nothing wrong with fruity beers. But all right, so you can see, just like a regular any like root beer float or a Coke float, you'll see these like thick bubbles at the top that don't go away. So I brought a spoon down in case I needed it. Um, so cheers. Let's see how this goes. Oh man, the flavors change a lot. You can actually taste it. Actually becomes more tart because of the rainbow sherbet. I'm gonna actually scoop a piece up to the top here and combine them even more. Oh, maybe not. Maybe it's not. It's not. It's not coming up. So let's see. That is really good. Wow. I mean, I'm not surprised now that after googling all of these different kind of beer floats, as they say. But you let me see. I don't want to get my keyboard wet, but the hue and the color on that. So the raspberry sherbet or the rainbow sherbet is it's pink, orange, and green. You can see it. Hopefully, I don't know if you can actually see it on the camera, but it's a pretty cool piece of art looking at it. It makes it so much more sour. And then when I looked up earlier, when I looked up sherbet and sour ales mixed together for a pairing tasting, I actually Googled. Actually, there's actually a company that makes a rainbow sherbet sour, and it actually got really good reviews. So I'm really intrigued about it now. But as this is, I'm gonna have to do this with my wife and have her taste it. And she'll probably still say it's disgusting, but I think this is amazing. Like it only just enhances the tardiness of the sour. It doesn't take anything away. It doesn't make it worse. It actually, I think it enhances it so much. And I was trying so hard to save this for save this specific pairing for the 1 year anniversary stream, but I couldn't wait any longer, and I'm kind of glad I didn't because this is actually really really good. I think the only issue, sorry, the only thing I should probably wait for or do change for the next one, if I ever prepare ice cream again, was pull it out of the freezer a little bit earlier and let it melt a little bit, the ice cream itself, so that it can mix in easier. Because I'm kind of having to dig at the bottom of the glass here. But man, that is really good. So yeah, beer floats are a thing, and they're actually pretty good. So let's see if I can find a beer float for the anniversary stream, a different one. We can try that one. But if I had to rate this guy, um, it's not the best sour ale I've had. Um, that being said, it's still pretty good, and I have a really good feeling about this brewing company itself. So I'm gonna give it a. Excuse me. I'm sorry. What's up, Apollo? I'll probably give it a 3.75 out of 5. I've had better sour ales. I think my favorite one is the Petrus that I had. There's a passion fruit sour ale that I had when I was out at a restaurant. Um, it was really good. Like it was tart and delicious. But this is I don't know, I think of it it's blackberries and raspberries. I think of maybe it was like blackberry and mango or blackberry and something kiwi or raspberry kiwi. Something that brings out a little bit more tartness in a sour. It would be great. Um, but it's not bad. Never thought I'd see the day I'd see a beer float without the root. I mean, I think I'm gonna have to try a Guinness one next.